Hey y'all, so I'm excited. I'm starting a new franchise on my channel, and it is Basketball Wives or Hoop Dreams and Heifers, Season 9, Episode 1. I hardly remember anything that happened this past season. Yeah, hopefully they're going to remind me. But yeah, it looks like they filmed this at the beginning of COVID, right before it happened, like early March. And yeah, I can't wait to review this. So they basically give us an intro, like some light scenes of what happened last season. And then we have Shawnee narrating the whole thing, saying, oh, we didn't know what was going to happen. We thought 2020 was going to be great. They start off with Corona, then they start off with Kobe's death, because I know he was real cool with Shaq and his whole family. And then the Black Lives Matters movement. So then we get into the credits. I actually love this credits of Basketball Wives. Like, they all look great. Lord, okay, so it looks like they're going to be doing a countdown to COVID on this show. So they're starting on March 1st, 18 days until LA lockdown. So we start out with Shawnee, and we see that two of her kids are going to LSU, my alma mater. Yeah, y'all, I went to LSU. I am class of '08. Sometimes I forget I graduated from there because that school was PWI as fuck, and I couldn't wait to get out of Baton Rouge, because Baton Rouge is one backward ass city. But if y'all didn't know, it's a big deal because that's where Shaq went. He went to LSU. Ooh, Malaysia. She just looked a little different. Or her face looked a little puffy, like she just had some light work done. I don't know. Oh, Wacky Jackie. I'm going to have fun reviewing this show. I think this cast is actually more interesting than the Housewives of Atlanta. So yeah, I'm excited. Her son looks handsome. It looks like he got the best of Jackie's genes and the best of his dad's genes. Good for him. So next scene, we're with Evelyn Lozada. We're at her home, and Phoebe comes over. They really brought her on this season? Why? Why? And she looks so regular, degular, schmegular. Oh my goodness. And then I really hate how, like, now this is a stray, Kenya Moore. This is a stray. I don't know why she be acting like, oh, this is a fork. This is how you use a fork. It really doesn't take that much to impress her. Just basic. I'm just confused why she's on this show, because she's not a basketball wife, but are any of them? Come on. And she's just not glamorous. So Phoebe lets us know her rap career didn't go anywhere, and she's focusing on something. She's focusing on something, and that something is getting married to one of her exes she's been on and off with for 8 years. I'm guessing the only reason Phoebe's on this show is just to have a little sister dynamic with Evelyn. That's the only reason I can see. So Evelyn is interested in selling her house because I'm guessing she's just worried about security. She wants to be in a gated community. And it's all stemming from the back and forth she's had with OG, with the whole colorist thing. And, she did take some heat on social media. I definitely remember that. And I was kind of glad to see that someone finally stood up to Evelyn, because she was ignorant as fuck last season. I didn't like how they were treating OG. They were jumping on her. Now, colorists, the jury's out on that. But racist, I don't think she's racist. That's one thing about Evelyn. But she was really ignorant last season. I don't think she's racist though, y'all. That's just my opinion. And we still see that she's suing OG for defamation. So this whole episode is based off Shawnee's announcement of her moving from LA to Houston. And she's moving to Houston so she can be closer to her family. 2 of her kids are going to be in Louisiana, and the other kids in Georgia. So next scene, we're with Jackie, and she's meeting OG for dinner. Now let me just get on these fashions, because I think this is what's going to be the highlight of watching this season. OG, she's wearing like some type of silver cutoff and some short shorts that match. She looked like she ready to like go cheerlead for the Oakland Raiders right now. And Jackie, this wig. Oh, this wig. This is a real crunchy plastic wig she has on her confessional. Also, I like Jackie, but I think she should invest in more turtlenecks. I'm really surprised OG came back after all she accused the show of, like racism, colorism. I'm guessing Shawnee couldn't fire her because of all these accusations, and it looks like OG ain't gonna turn down a check. So maybe that's the reason. So now we get OG's perspective on the lawsuit that Evelyn has against her. And she's actually worried about her safety, just like Evelyn. And of course, Jackie wants peace and she wants to fix it. And she's hoping that maybe OG and Evelyn can be in the same space to talk it out. So then our conversation goes to Jackie's beef with Malaysia. And it seems they still haven't squashed the beef either. Lord, next scene we have Evelyn, Malaysia, and Phoebe. I'm guessing they're doing some type of cooking class. And then we have Phoebe again acting like some wide-eyed idiot who never heard of tuna steak. I don't know. I think I'm going to fast forward this scene because she's just acting ignorant as hell. It's like she's a grown-ass woman, but she has the brain of a 9-year-old. Also, is Malaysia like moving for the show? Like she'll just get an Airbnb in LA, but she's really living in Atlanta? Like her whole life is in Atlanta, but she's just coming to LA to film for Basketball Wives, but she doesn't even live in LA. I always thought that was strange. They talking about Phoebe relationship and I don't give two fucks. So next scene we have Shawnee meeting up with Jackie, and I'm guessing Shawnee is a little hesitant or nervous to tell Jackie that she's moving to Houston because Jackie's crazy and she's afraid of her reaction. So Shawnee tells Jackie that she's moving to Houston, and Jackie's like, doesn't go crazy on Shawnee. Like, why you didn't tell me? She was just like, oh. So Jackie wants to celebrate. And of course, since Jackie's fashion, she wants to, have lions, tigers, liquor, sex. Yes, sex and etc. for this party celebrating Shawnee's going away. Jackie, she wants some scissor action. That's what I really think she wants. The Ponderosa Queen, she wants to incorporate sex in some fashion with these women. So Jackie brings up OG to Shawnee about the whole colorism situation, what she experienced. Shawnee, of course disagrees, but she's not going to knock OG's experience, and she says she's definitely open to talking to OG about it. So Jackie is the one trying to facilitate this conversation between the two. They are really milking this COVID countdown. So Shawnee is meeting this woman, not sure why we should care about her. Her name is Liza. And then I see the little banner coming up, and that is actually Lamar Odom's baby mama. Wow, they booked her? Huh. So Liza is moving to LA. I'm not sure if it's for the show specifically. So that's her storyline right now. She's looking for a house in LA. Shawnee knew what she was doing casting this woman. She just wants to know all the tea and of course the Kardashian link that she has. So in walks Evelyn. Y'all notice they just go to these miscellaneous places and just talk about the dialogue, move forward, and we get the exact same scene where we just they go somewhere, talk about the dialogue, next scene, they go somewhere miscellaneous and talk about the dialogue. Seeing Lamar Odom's baby mama, it's not a surprise that he went to Chloe right after her. He definitely has a type. So first impression of the new girl, I like her. She seems sweet. But I'm gonna need her to be a little bit more spicy for the show when if she get into any conflict or anything. So next scene we're with OG and her man, and OG's fashions, this is Giselle level. Seriously, I don't know what she's wearing right now. It's this matted rug texture of maroon and gold, and then she has belly jewelry. What does it say? The belly jewelry says drippin'. Oh man, tacky. So they shopping for mattresses. I'm guessing they got a home together. She's looking forward to getting married, but this man is not gonna ask you to get married, sis. He is along for the ride on this television show with you. Dressed to the nines, well, the tacky nines to go mattress shopping. I guess. This is inappropriate how they're on the bed and they're talking about sex with the mattress salesman. So they're just really gonna chill on these people's mattresses and just have a regular conversation like they just in the park or in a restaurant or something. Okay. You would think they are at their house the way they are just chilled, lined up on these mattresses having dialogue. So next scene we're with Evelyn, Malaysia, and New Girl, and they're at this laundromat, and I'm guessing it's a charity thing where they're gonna be giving free laundry cards to people in the neighborhood. And it looks like they're just going to be giving free laundry credits to the local community that's coming in there to do their laundry. We also see that the ladies are increasingly getting worried about COVID, and they're hearing about like people starting to die from it. So Evelyn brings up to Malaysia that Jackie's having this going away party for Shawnee, and of course Malaysia's invited, and Jackie's open to talking. She's asking Malaysia, is she interested? And Malaysia's like, oh, I don't hate her, but I just dislike what she did to me. I don't even remember what happened. I think Jackie tried to say something about Malaysia. Was it about her kids? Y'all remind me in the comments about this silliness. It happened like almost 2 years ago, it feels like. Malaysia's just on the fence right now. She's just on a don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Like, we can be cordial, but I'm not trying to be friends with that bitch. It's funny that Evelyn is trying to get Malaysia and Jackie to make up, but is she willing to make up with OG? Oh, so next scene we're with Phoebe, and she's by herself and with her man at the moment, and no one else on the cast is in this scene? Okay, fast forward. So next scene we have Evelyn. She's meeting Malaysia for drinks. They are just traveling from spot to spot to spot in LA. And then, amongst all that, they're giving us the COVID countdown throughout it. And we know that the lockdown is coming because now the ladies are talking about how real COVID is getting. Malaysia's thinking of either going back to Atlanta, where she actually lives, or she was going to bring her kids to LA. Wow, I remember that. I think quarantine was only supposed to last for 14 days. And look what happened. Look where we are now, y'all. So as they're chatting, Jackie Christie is pulling up to the place, and it looks like Evelyn set this ambush up. Now, Evelyn, if Jackie did that to you and had OG come and you didn't know about it, you would be hot. So I get why Malaysia is looking the way she does right now. Wacky tacky Jackie, comes in all black, acting like nothing's wrong. I don't even think she spoke to Malaysia. Evelyn is trying to get them two to speak to each other, and Malaysia finishes her drink because, it was free probably, paid by production, and she tells him she's on her way out. Jackie's saying in her confession that she was looking forward to speaking to Malaysia, but Malaysia gave her the cold shoulder. Well, Jackie, you should have came in and said hello to her first, and at least make sure she sees that you have the olive branch out, but you just came in and act like nothing happened, didn't talk to her, and was acting shady. So, yeah, she left. So next scene we're with Jackie, and she's in an Uber right now. It's 3 days before the lockdown, and things are getting serious. So it looks like people are just canceling left and right. And speaking of that, Jackie gets a call from her caterer for Shawnee's going away party, and she says she has to cancel on her. Jackie's like, well, I already invited people. And the lady was like, I'm sorry, girl, but in the future, maybe we can do something, but I can't. So then Jackie calls OG and tells her that, the caterer canceled, and then she's getting kind of scared because this COVID thing is getting a little real. So meanwhile, she gets a call from Shawnee while she's talking to OG, and Shawnee tells her that she's going to have to cancel, and she's just going straight to Houston now because of the pandemic. Y'all notice that she's driving in this Uber, like they're showing this empty ass neighborhood to make it seem like some type of foreboding shit. I don't know, it just looked weird. So Jackie's upset that Shawnee can't make it to the party and she's just going straight to Houston. She lets OG know that the meeting she tried to facilitate between them is just going to have to wait. And yeah, they kind of understand, like, now is kind of not the time to be just talking about, petty group stuff right now, because real shit is happening right now. So then the camera pans to a frightened Jackie saying she's worried. The screen fades to black, and then we see, COVID running rampant in LA. We see empty grocery stores, long lines, no tissue paper, people in masks. It is a whole production right now. So then we end the episode with personal reactions from a bunch of the women and how they're getting through COVID. And then we see Evelyn breaking down crying, and it fades to black. And that's where the credits roll for what's going to happen on the next season. So this episode was okay for it to be like the first episode of the season. I really wasn't that bored, but I was more so interested in these new women, because I'm guessing because it's not housewives, it's just like a new set of women. I thought it would be that way with Married to Medicine too. It's just, I haven't seen these women in so long. So I am hoping for an interesting season. Hopefully they don't disappoint like Atlanta. We shall see. Jennifer did not make an appearance, or a few other ladies. But yeah, I'm looking forward to reviewing it, so hope you don't let me down. Anywho, y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all for the next video. Bye.